over some benefits of CEPA. We'll talk about configuring CEPA on the VNX, such things as creating a CIF share and a CIF server, installing the VEE software on a Windows server, configuring the kep.conf file, and starting the service. CEPA is a mechanism whereby applications can register to receive event notification and context from the VNX. Now, the event publishing agent delivers to the application both the event notification and the associated context in one message. And the context can consist of file metadata or directory metadata. A few benefits of CEPA would be that it provides granular storage management and comprehensive reporting tools. These third-party applications give more granular control of the storage resources and tools for reporting, forecasting, analytics, and chargeback. It provides scalable data access control and granular auditing. It can audit by the user, the type of data access, permissions per file, and so on. And it gives a reduction in the cost of complexity of data control. We'll talk here about configuring CEPA. To configure CEPA, we'll need to configure the kep.conf file on the VNX. This has to be done via CLI. We'll install the VEE, or VNX Event Enabler software, on a Windows server that resides in the same domain as the VNX. You'll have to install that VEE on each Windows server that will act as the CEPA server. Now, the CEPA facility is automatically installed, as well as Kava, when you install that VEE software. We'll need to register the vendor applications with the CEPA facilities on each VEE server, and then we'll have to start the CEPA agent on each data mover. Here we'll show a demonstration on the outputs of the CLI after writing some files and reading some files from the VNX. Here we'll go ahead and show you the CIF server that we have. As you can see, we have a CIF server called kep-test. We'll go ahead and show some info on the server kep CLI command. If we just type server kep, we'll see here that we get the syntax. We can type in server kep server2 minus pool minus info. That will show us the configuration of the kep server, the kep pool, the IPs of the kep servers that are configured as well. We can go ahead and look at the server kep pool stats. The server kep-pool-stats will show us any files written to or read from the VNX that match the criteria of pre or post events. Currently, we have not done any writing or reading, so there's nothing. Here we'll go ahead and read and write to the VNX. So we'll go to Start Run, kep-test, which is the CIF server. We'll open up the directory, test. We'll create a folder in there, create a file or two. We'll even rename this file here. And we'll also modify it. Now that we've modified and created some files and directories in there, we'll go back and take a look at the CLI to see what the CEPA stats shows us now. Here we see the output of the pool stats. We see that there's a whole lot of requests that came in. Because this is CIFS and it's the chatty protocol, there's more than just the 4 or 5 clicks or saves that I did. And you can see those here, as well as the total requests, the min and max and average. One thing to note, this is just the output of the CLI command on the VNX. The third-party software will take this data and present it in a more user-friendly way for the forecasting and analytics as I mentioned earlier. For some more information, check out the documentation on PowerLink listed here, as well as for third-party supported vendors, check the eLab Interoperability Navigator.